Alright, welcome back everybody. So today's video, I'm probably gonna make one more video after this, and I'll upload this one today, which is Thursday, and then I'm gonna make at least one more. I'm gonna try and make at least one more. Two would be ideal, and then that way I can upload them to my channel and just schedule them to go up, you know, like every 48 hours, because I should be back making content once I'm back in Pittsburgh, which will be Saturday. So I'm figuring by Monday, you know, just getting everything unpacked and situated and figuring out how I'm going to set everything up, because I am not going to be using these magnets that you guys have seen and that I've shown in a couple videos. I like the setup, but I don't need to do it at the place I have in Pittsburgh. So yeah, it'll just be a couple days once I get up there. If that, like I said, probably Monday, Tuesday. So that's all, just a quick little update. And for today's video, I'm gonna jump into something that I haven't done yet, and I figured since we just did a giveaway on it, that would be a pretty good time. I know at least 2 of the 4 people have received their lock in the mail. The other 2, I know the packages probably won't be there till tomorrow and or into Saturday. So if you don't know what I'm talking about by now, it's the First Watch padlock that I just did a giveaway on. And basically, this is an identical clone to the American Padlock 1100 series, and I have 2 of them. I have 2 1100 series sitting out right here. I have one that is the exact same color as the First Watch padlock, and you can see the size, everything about them is identical. The keyways, the one that says Taiwan on it is the First Watch padlock, and the one with the A right here, this is our American Series 1100. Same key profile, same keyway, same everything. They pick almost identical. The First Watch padlock does have serrated key pins and whatnot. So with that being said, I figured now would be a pretty good time to get into it. I just wanted to show, you know, just to show it in comparison to what it's mimicking. And I got a good couple tips and tricks on how to, well, it's pretty much just one trick, I guess, on how to better pick these. And I'll explain that here in a second. So the only difference between the First Watch and the Americans are the Americans use the APTC 12 core, which can be pinned up with 6 pins, but they only come pinned up with 5. I grabbed the American, sorry. The First Watch does come pinned up already with 6 pins, so you don't have to worry about that. So far, the only type of security driver pins I've seen in here are just regular spools. They're not serrated spools, and there's not serrated. It usually uses 5 spools and 1 plain driver, which is fine, and it does have the serrated key pins on, you know, the longer key pins. So other than not having the other 2 type of driver pins, the security driver pins, that's the only difference between this and the American. And the only other difference that I'm going to talk about here once we get it in the vise is a little bit different. Which is a little bit different is the tension that you have to use. So here's the key. You know, it's just the key obviously is going to look different, but it's a 6-pin key. Lock works great. This will fit into our American Series padlocks, no problem. Obviously it won't work though because it's not the right bitting, but and then vice versa, American keys will fit into here. So I don't know, kind of gives you some universal, you know, options there, I guess, if you want to say. So the one thing I noticed, if you were a winner of these, or maybe you've come across these and you haven't been able to get them picked, so obviously your skill has to be around American locks, because, you know, these are their own little breed. I thought just once I started picking spools and serrateds and whatnot that I was able to get into Americans. And yes, I had the understanding of how the feedback worked, that I was supposed to, you know, how I was supposed to react to the feedback that I was getting. But American locks, you know, they are their own little breed. They're like that first nasty lock that I can truly say I encountered until I was able to figure it out and then defeat it based off of the information I had learned. And with that being said, the first watch padlock, the biggest trick is gonna vary in your tension. American locks, we like to use lighter tension and it works great. These first watch padlocks, I noticed that if I just use a little bit heavier tension, I don't want to say heavy tension, and it's borderline medium tension, right around there, the feedback that I get from the pins, I can feel the feedback excellent inside of the lock based off of the tip of my pick, and it corresponds with the feedback I'm receiving on my tension wrench beautifully. I've never had a lock talk to me, as some people will say, better than not better, but this is one of the best talking locks, if you want to put it in those terms, is this first watch 6-pin padlock. I have really learned to appreciate the feedback that I can get from this thing. So and that's based off of, at first I was picking it with lighter tension. I figured it was going to pick identical to an American lock, and then one day I realized when I put heavier tension on, the feedback difference was just tremendous. So with that being said, obviously obviously you can pick it with lighter tension, but that heavier tension, that little bit heavier tension, definitely did greatly help improve the feedback I was getting. So in case you're one of the winners and maybe you're having trouble with these because they can be tricky, just figured I'd share that with you. So here we go. I'm going to use my 50 thousandths top of the keyway. It's not top of the keyway, I'm going to use it top of the keyway Peterson pry bar. And God, I can't wait to show you some of these things that I'm probably going to order them today, because I know they won't be in Pittsburgh for a week. I got a couple great things. And it's not even just locks, it's just lock picking stuff in general, so you'll see. And it's some out of the box type of stuff, not like different type of picks and different type of locks and whatnot, because I already have all that covered. I just have to make the video. So, but then I'm going to have a couple good giveaways when I go up to Pittsburgh. Anyway, we'll get into that later when the time comes. So here we go. I'm going to use my hook number 3, which this is the Peterson hook number 3, and it's just kind of a rounded, short little hook. It almost looks like the Peterson gem on camera, but it's not. I love this hook. This is one of my go-to hooks. So, all right, here we go. Heavier tension. Now, see, if I was picking with an American watch, my tension wrench, I would have just a little, like, there's no tension, and then I would just put light tension. With this, I'm just gonna go even a little more, so no tension. Now if I was picking an American, and then this, you can see the white of my finger. Now heavy tension, which I've had to put on some locks, it's like this, but it's definitely a little heavier than what I use on a normal American. So here we go. And boom, right there, I can feel that binder so good. If I let go, he'll let me come past him. Alright, so now I'm in a false set. Boom. Man, that just picks so beautifully right there. And that's all, honestly, because of the feedback I was getting from that heavier tension. I honestly could not ask for better results than that. This lock used to take me a good couple, 5, 6, 7 minutes. The first couple times it really took a long time, and I was picking Americans pretty quickly, and consistently, not quickly, consistently with decent pick times back when I first got this first watch padlock. Didn't know it was a clone. I just ordered it randomly, and I'm so glad I came into these locks, because they are very fun, and I think they make pretty good training locks. just in general for spools and whatnot. So we got it picked. So what we need to go ahead and do now is we're gonna, still gotta unlock, but I'm gonna have to lock it back up just to take the little C clip off on the back. I feel it's gonna be that much easier when because I'm probably gonna lock it back up anyway. So I'm gonna grab my little pinning mat, and I have a shim, but I need my plug follower, which we will grab in a second. Alright, so I'm gonna lock it back up. We do have an unlock. And I need the key and the plug follower. Okay, so we got our key. And the whole reason I locked it back up was, and I grabbed my plug follower. I need to get the C clip off first. I'm just trying to adjust it a little bit so I can zoom in. Alright. See, this is what I was talking about. Oh, look at that, we got it. Alright, C-clip is off. Now, we can go ahead and put our key in. Our very odd looking key. I still can't get over the shape of it. Put my shim in, which that really slid in there pretty easily. I forgot that it's not quite like Americans. Okay, so set this right here. So if you can notice that first pin in spot 1, that's actually going to be a steel pin. That's going to be an anti-drill pin. So most likely the driver pin, which I already know because I've gutted these many times. Well, not many times. I didn't gut it every time I picked it, but I've gutted it a few times. Typically, if you have an anti-drill pin, there's going to be an anti-drill driver pin just to help to prevent against drilling attacks. Which, hey, even though these are smaller than your standard pins, it does help. So I'm not sure if you can see right there. I'm going to try and zoom in just a hair more. You can see the top of those first 4 have security, the serrated key pins, and I'll show a couple of them up close here in a second, but just wanted to show the core. You can see your 6 pins. If this was an American, this 6th spot would be empty unless you had pinned it up or your locksmith pinned it up for you, but they don't come like that in the APTC 12 cores, especially in the 1100 series right here. Alright, so pin 1 is an anti-drill serrated key pin. Pin 2 is a serrated key pin. Pin 3 is a serrated key pin. Pin 4 is a serrated key pin. Jeez. 5 is not anything, it's just a plain key pin. 6, if you'll come out, is also just a regular key pin. Let me go ahead and show you one of these longer ones here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh no, yeah, just 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all serrated key pins. 5 and 6 are not. I'm trying to grip it here so you can see it. So there is serrated key pins inside the first watch. I did not add these. If you've ever picked one or you're one of the winners, you can probably see it just by looking in from the front view, you know, towards the keyhole of your lock. So that's how I was first noticed that I even had these in there. The day I got it, I examined it as best I could before I picked it. So yeah, it's definitely pretty cool to have that in there, just to help give it some variations, you know, when in your picking skills. So let's see what the driver pins have in store for us. I'm making sure we're not blurry. So I don't know why they do that, but pin 1 is our plain Jane. It is a steel driver pin. It's just plain. So this is an anti-drill pin. It's not brass, which will help against drill attacks or destructive attacks. Typically they're in there for, you know, drilling, because people try to drill out the core, and that'll help, you know, tear the bit up. Okay, so 2 through 6 are gonna be spools. I'll show you this one now, and then I'll just show you the end view at the end instead of showing you the same type of spool over and over. So there's our spool. They're not bad cut. They're actually pretty nice. They're just not serrated. That's the only difference, is there are no serrated spools or no serrated driver pins. Now, I do have, you know, those type of pins in my my pinning kit over here, so maybe I will go ahead and throw those in there, and maybe just say, well, I don't really want to give this one away because they're kind of hard to find until I can find some more of these. But, you know, stuff like that we can always make. That's what we did with our first giveaway, which was the Master M530, I believe. Gutted it, and then we added some, you know, random security pins like that in and gave it away. Trying to get the spring out, but alright. So 3 is a spool, 4 is a spool. And there's the springs. We still need 2 more driver pins, and then we'll be done. Go ahead and go from the back. 6 is a spool, and 7 is a spool. Instead of trying to take you guys off the tripod, maybe I'll just try holding it up. So this is pretty much going to be my last video in rich mode. If I can get one more up, but I am running out of time. I still need to eat and then start packing all these locks up, which is going to take time because I got to bubble wrap a lot of these high security ones. I'm actually probably going to bubble wrap everything because I don't want anything to get all mucked up during the move. But so here, let me just kind of straighten these out. It is sad that I'm leaving Richmond. Like I said, if I can have it my way, I wouldn't, but can't always have things our way. Life goes on. And alright, it's about as best as I'm gonna get it. So this is pin 1, pin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could see 6 through 2 are spools, and then 1 is completely anti-drill, and then 1, 2, and 3, 4 key pins are serrated. So that's pretty much it. If you won one of those American locks, definitely, or American locks, I'm sorry. I was gonna say American clone, but it came out as American lock. If you won one of those first watch padlocks and you haven't been able to get it, or you know, you're not quite there or whatever, you know, that's one of the best tricks. You saw how easily it picked. Now, yes, I have had experience with these, picking them over and over, but still, I mean, I've picked these American locks plenty of times. That doesn't mean I'll get them quickly. It's just that heavier tension, it really helped me with the feedback dramatically. Like, it called out, like, all right, hit this one, and then after I picked it, it would be like, all right, it would tell me which ones to let up on my tension just a little bit, then go back in for the counter rotation. It's phenomenal, in my opinion. I really, truly, I like picking this lock. Sometimes when I practice, if I haven't picked a lock with spool pins, I'll pick up this lock just because the feedback is so precise, and it's like cheating on a test, man. It's like there's no way I can't look at this lock and not get into it when I pick it, you know. It's like giving me the answers. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the support. I'm gonna definitely try and make at least one more video. This one will go up sometime today, which is Thursday. That'll give me a couple days, and then hopefully Saturday, hopefully I make one more, and then Saturday I'll probably upload, maybe Saturday night or Sunday, and then that way by the time Tuesday comes, you know, I'll be back on track. I should be unpacked. Even if I don't have a setup like this with all the magnets, you know, I might just keep this table and keep shit. All my locks won't even fit on this table. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But thank you guys for the support. I got plenty of giveaways planned. I got a great idea for my next one. I think it's going to be a pretty dope giveaway. So personally, you guys will be the judge of that. There's always going to be giveaways, whether it's picks, locks, different special picking tools, bump keys, you know, just anything to help, you know, with this hobby. Now I know I just said bump keys because I'm staring at them, but anything, you know, just it could be anything. Sometimes they're going to be pretty big, maybe a couple winners. Sometimes it might just be one winner. It may not be the greatest thing, but it could be something you don't have or something to help, whether you're new or experienced, or it might be a pretty big giveaway where it's like a $60-$70 tool. We'll just see. But the next one I got planned as soon as I touch down in Pittsburgh, I think is going to be a pretty cool one. If I didn't have it, I wish I was able to enter into it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But fortunately, I do have the tool, and it's one tool I really think I want to help get you guys, you know, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Get you guys acquainted with, I guess, if you don't know, and, you know, help get some of these tools going around the community, because I know not everybody has them. And for those of you who do have it, even though I haven't said what it is, when the time comes, you're going to be, you know, if you have this tool, you most likely, I'm pretty sure you guys love it. It's just one of those tools that you can't wait to get your hands on. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you. Please leave a like, hit the subscribe button. You just got to be subscribed to one of the giveaways. That'll be coming up soon. Just bear with me, and just bear with me through this move, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, guys.